Hello ladies and gentlemen, SeKo Starcraft is bringing one of his replays. Omniscient, red Terran in the bottom right. Grim, blue Terran, top left. Starting to think of when I'm going to get some more Zerg action in. I've been enjoying Terran so much lately. It seems like such a more fun race to be able to go and do crazy fun builds with. How many more times can I say fun? I don't really know. Been having myself a little bit of Gibson's finest here while I am watching my replays. I'm going to speed it up because it's Terran versus Terran, and I don't think anything really stupid happened at the beginning of this game. So we are going to go see very, very similar builds, except for I'm taking a gas sooner because I'm much cooler than this guy is. His barracks is down. She's somewhat behind mine, so his economy's got to be better or something. Yeah, it is. I did cut a little bit of shortcuts here in order to be able to get this up sooner. He is scouting, whereas I am not. Not even making a Reaper behind this. I do see his SCV come in, and he's going to see my factory, and what are you going to do? He is going for his supply depot wall off and a Marine before he goes into any specific tech paths. Orbitals. Done at the same time. He just doesn't like calling down mules, though, man. That's overrated. That's a little bit too OP. So, we're going to have my factory finishing up here pretty quick. On his side, his gas... I think now he's just finally putting 3 on gas. His gas is quite a bit behind mine. I have a starport already on the way. He himself, his factory's not even finished yet. So my tech is at a pretty good spot. I'm throwing down an armory because I am going to go for something new. Hellbat drops. Oh... See, now I thought this guy was stronger than this, but what are you going to do? I scanned to see for an early expand. I don't see it. I do see the edge of the factory. I see the Marines out right now. He's throwing down a command center much earlier than I am. It's actually almost halfway done. I do have a medevac coming out, as well as... There goes my first Hellbat. He is going to be going for mines, though. Nice little play there. I like his build out of this. I think it's actually pretty effective. My expansion's a little bit more delayed than his is. Second gas just finally going down for me. About the same time as his is. He's already sending off. I thought I heard him load up. Where'd he go? He's scanning my base, but he's scanning for the expansion as well, and he also doesn't see it. He does see my command center timing, but he does not see my tech. Here comes my drop, gonna boost to get through, as Star Fox would say. I think Peppy actually says that in the game. That SCV is just a boss. He is actually not going to be taking any shortcuts. He's just going right down the middle. Whereas me, I like to take the safe approach down the sides. I've only got 3 and 4 Marines popping out here soon. And I'm going to be throwing down my tech lab to get tanks. Command center's finished. His is already moving over to the next base. So he's actually off to a pretty good start there, considering he's not playing a really tight game. I think he's actually doing alright. Very little at home to be able to defend. Same thing with me. I do see him boost in here. My Marines move quickly to get back. I did hear the mines, so I pulled back my SCVs before the mines can really activate. So good thing for me, his mine hits were really, really bad. I scan and I almost run away with all my workers. I scan again to make sure I take those out before I run out of time. My drop now is coming in. Let's look at the resources lost for units. I've lost 2 workers. Let's just go and see what I can do now. Hellbats, which are badass. 1 kill. 2 kills. I'm picking up so I can get closer. I do see the Marines. I see the Widowmine, so I don't want to lose the medevac. It's already lost enough health that it'll die from 1 shot from a mine. I'll just take on the Marines. My Hellbats are obviously getting rebuilt from this. I'm getting my +1 mech behind this, so I've actually got a pretty good spot. I'm going to drop once again right back into here. The mine will trigger, but once again, my medevacs will heal my guys up. Again, I'll be fine. Just going to hold position back in his mineral line. I do see the next mine moving over to drop, so I'm going to run into the main... Nope. I'm going to drop right down to the top of the ramp where he's moving his SCVs. Managed to get another 4, which is good. Still killing SCVs there. And I'm just going to camp his production for right now because behind this I'm actually trying to macro up. Still building SCVs along the way. And some Marines. Oh, that's nice. Two-shotting Marines, they pop out. That's pretty funny that that was cancelled. Pick up, come back down to the natural. Nope, don't see any workers there. Scanning to see Widowmines dropped. I'm boosting in. Happily for me, the Widowmine hits the medevac. Yeah, Hellbats. 16 worker kills. So we'll take away that. Look at the units tab. I am up about 8 workers on him. Moving over my expansion. 3rd command center going down. And I'm starting to make tanks behind this. I really have bad production facilities. He's not much better, and he's not mining right now. There he goes. So, 2 very frantic drops. Our supplies are the same, but as you can see from the units tab, excuse me, I do have more workers than he does. I just haven't built much for an army. When I build up a ton of minerals, because I'm microing too much on some unit, I will generally go for another command center just to be able to back myself up. Still building more workers for me, 2 at a time. I'll have my command center up for 3 at a time. +2 mech happening. This is a really great advantage I'm getting from that. If we look at his base, he does have the engineering base. No, it looks like +1, you know, shoot them. +1 shoot them is finished, which is good for him. I see 2 Marines coming in here. I think they actually just hit out in the back of my base. Looks like they'll get 1 SEV. Just the 1 SEV. Almost got a second. But it does disrupt my mining a little bit there, which is good on him. Taking my next 2 gases, because I'm going to be moving into mech pretty soon. More Hellbats. I threw down an engineering bay so that I can get missile turrets up. I have some Marines in place. From my perspective, when you do that kind of damage, there's only a couple of things he's going to do. 1, he's going to try to re-macro, or 2, he's going to go for another attack. If we look at the units tab, he's almost caught up to me in workers, but I'm building 3 SCVs at a time, so that's going to allow me to get the boost a little bit higher than he does. I have almost no production facilities though, which is really crappy for me. I'm finally throwing down 3 more factories, so I can start producing better. A couple of missile turrets just to discourage any drops that are going to run through as well. It's surprising how effectively those can work. He is throwing down the 3rd command center at the same time, which is good for him. He's got a ton of minerals banked up right now, because I think I'm taking a lot more gas than he is. Yeah, well, these guys aren't filled up yet, so he's not taking that. I'm not taking that much more gas than he is. I'm just not playing as smart. Whiskey. I throw down a scan to see what's going on. I see the status. What I really want to see is if another drop is going to make sense. He does have missile turrets up, and he had Widowmines kicking around, so I didn't really think that another drop would be super effective. I am building medevacs, even though I am completely supply blocked, like a total champion. Throwing down armor, throwing down another armory here, and now I'm throwing down all my structures. Now I do have a siege tank up. I didn't know how big his army was, but if he maxed out a good army, he probably would have been able to actually push in and do some damage. He did not, though. Supply-wise, we're battling who's got the lead. I do still have somewhat of a worker lead, which is good, because I keep building more and more SCVs. That's helping me out a fair bit. He's moving over his 3rd base, whereas I'm still using mine to be able to build more SCVs if I need them. And more missile turrets, just because I can. Now that I finally have my structures up, I'm going to be building lots and lots of Hellbats. Work really great up against Bio. He does have 1 Hellion down here to deny this base. I'm just going to cancel. It's early enough that I really don't want to risk losing that base. Shoot, what's going on? I got a text. Did take out that Hellion. I'm just going to move over my other command center here, I think, pretty soon. His hasn't done anything yet, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. I do have triple orbital, which helps me. Building 3 Hellbats at a time. I didn't want any Hellions. That was a mistake on my part. I didn't actually research the transformation. So that wasn't necessarily a good move by me. He does have his other upgrades on the go right now. Very delayed in his upgrades. On my side, I've got armor and +3 attack happening at the same time. Is this +2 armor? I haven't started that yet, but I will. Got my tanks in good position. Another command center. What am I scanning right now? Oh yeah, I'm scanning for his army. I see that there's no army there, so I know that he's moving in. My tanks siege up back at home in order to be able to defend this better. Lots of Hellbats popping out. It looks like he wants to put on some pressure. I did go for another Hellbat drop into his base. 2 kills, 5 kills. He did shoot down my medevac. Am I gonna hit the SCVs? Yeah! Got another like 9 workers in that. That's hilarious. That was so fluky. I love it. Still using his mines, which is good. That mine got blasted to complete fuck. Now, move commanding into my sieged up tanks didn't turn out well. I'm a total stupid idiot and accidentally asked my tanks to shoot my own shit. His base is finally down. I know that he lost a ton of units going for that attack. I did see these drops moving around the other side, so I'm going to move down to intercept as I move my base over. The only anti-air I have are these Marines in here. I mean, I've got 11 of them, so that's good anti-air. You almost lost that. Now I've got enough army that I'm actually going to push out. My upgrades, 2-1, pretty decent. He's got 1-1, so it's not like he's that far behind. But my +3 attack will be done here soon. Still building 3 tanks and 4 Hellbats at a time. That's fantastic. It looks like he tried to go for a drop. Yeah, got a kill. That's why you build missile turrets when you're newbie-ish. This army's not doing anything. I'm scanning to see what his army is like over here. I see it's not that big. I'm gonna push in between his bases. I want to stop this 3rd base from doing anything effective. My 3rd base is morphing into a planetary. I should be moving workers over soon. He is trying to get into a planetary. I'm going to siege up my tanks. I should keep a handful of Hellbats over here to be able to deflect this, because my tanks right now aren't protected. He's not, and now he stims up. I lost 2 tanks and he lost his army. It looks like he tried to push in again, but once again I've got a really good position here that just takes that out. Pushing into the main, Hellbats, Marines, cutting through his army, and he GG's out. Pretty fun game because we both went for a really interesting early drop action. Mine turned out more fortunate than his did. Otherwise, who knows what would have happened in this game. Hope you guys enjoyed some real fun drop action. My first time trying Hellbat drops. Turned out good. And we will see you guys for the next game.